Does running a world record as a child mean instant success and a future in professional track and field? Well, the answer is honestly, majority of the time yes. In this video, I'll be going over the world record holders in the 100 meter dash for each age group between 6 and 19 and what happened to them. For ages 6, 7, 8 and 9, holding an astounding 4 age group world records on the 100 meter dash is the infamous Willie Washington from the USA. He ran 14.3, 13.46, 12.8 and lastly 12.45 respectively between 2010 and 2013. These times are ridiculous. Could you imagine a 6-year-old outrunning the average adult male? Or how about a 9-year-old being faster than most professional soccer players? Willie should be 19 years old by now, but from what I can find, it seems he ran up until age 12, where he was no longer dominating as in previous years. Willie seems to have developed early and didn't grow to be the right physique to continue sprinting at a high level. I'd like to think he's taken his talents elsewhere, but most likely, he's probably just vanished into normality. The age 10 and 11 records belong to a familiar name having been recently featured by Total Running Productions, another American, Nyckoles Harbor. He ran lightning quick times of 12.06 and 11.86 respectively back in 2016 and 2017. Nick is now a monster at 18 years old. He's 6'5", 225 pounds, and has run some superb times for a high school athlete. He's so far run a 10.22 and a 20.95 in the 200, while additionally being a 5-star football recruit. He recently committed to South Carolina as a dual athlete in track and football. Dude's a freak of an athlete, and I'm excited to see where he ends up. The age 12 world record belongs to a Japanese sprinter named Shingo Yamamoto, with a time of 11.16. He clocked this performance in 1998, and his races were phenomenal. There's footage of him taking back 40-meter leads in relays and winning by 30+ meters in individual 100-meter races. It's difficult to sift through Japanese results, but World Athletics has that he last ran in 2021. He's had a reasonably good career being an elite sprinter in Japan, finishing with a personal best of 10.52, and was even still seen racing up until age 38, although by this point, running slower than his times when he was 12. The age 13 record of 10.82, all the way back in 1998, belongs to Darrell Brown, the first sub-11 on this list, at age 13. Brown became a more than decorated athlete. He represented his country of Trinidad and Tobago at the Olympic Games and multiple World Championships. He finished his career with a win-legal PB of 9.99 and a win-aided best of 9.88 at 3 meters per second. His career highlights consisted of a silver medal at the 2003 World Championships in the 100 meter, 3 silver medals in the 4x1 relay at the World Championships, a World Under-20 and Under-18 gold medal, and other regional and national titles and medals. Brown is the first athlete in the list to fulfill his potential at the elite level, but he certainly isn't the last. As we move on to the age 14 and 15 world records, these sit at the phenomenal times of 10.51 and 10.20 by the Jamaican sprinter Sachin Dennis. This name may be familiar, as Dennis today is only 20 years old and ran these times in 2017 and 2018. He's since gone professional, signing with Puma in 2022, and has improved his time down to a 10.11 this year. From what I can see, he hasn't competed many times at international championships, but he's still very young and has an exciting future ahead. The grade 16 record is held by an obscure athlete who came out of nowhere last year. He ran a blistering time of 10.09 and has an arguably stronger 200-meter time. The Thai phenom Puripol Boonson. He's a crazy talent and the fastest sprinter by a decent margin to come out of Thailand ever, already holding his national record at the age of 16. He additionally took 4th place at the World Under-20 Games that same year, running his PB of 10.09 in the semis and 10.12 in the finals. Did I mention this was last year in 2022? He's only 17 right now. He's a really, really exciting prospect as more and more talented Asian sprinters are coming through the woodwork. The grade 17 record is held by another Japanese sprinter who went extremely viral back in the day and was held to be the Japanese Usain Bolt. He ran 10.01 back at his high school nationals in 2013, Yoshide Kiryu. While Kiryu certainly did not live up to the projected hype and major expectations, he had a fantastic career, becoming the first Japanese to run sub-10, running 9.98 in 2017, which still remains his personal best. He also ran a 9.87 in windy conditions in 2015. Today, he is at the tail end of his career, but has achieved a lot in his lengthy professional stint. He has an Olympic medal and multiple World Championship medals in both under 20 and senior grades, mostly consisting of relay performances. But let's be real, the Japanese relay team is absolutely goated, often grabbing medals with statistically worse teams. It's the Japanese way. The last on this list, holding the grade 18 and 19 world records with times of 9.97 and 9.84, is the 6th fastest man to ever live, Trayvon Bromell from the USA. He had a stunning career as a youth athlete, and a man who you probably don't need a history lesson on. He was the first American high schooler to run sub-10, albeit wind-aided, won the NCAAs as a freshman, went pro, and has run some of the fastest times in history. Also, he has a stack of medals and trophies from World Championships, Diamond League wins, and even made the finals of the Olympic Games. Yet, controversially, some people still claim he's a choke artist and can't win overseas or at big races. I'd personally argue that's a ridiculous claim. Sprinting is the most competitive and difficult sport in the world to stay at the top. Plus, how many athletes get hit by a career-ending injury, come back years later, and run some of the best races in history? The dude is undoubtedly a legend. And that's it for the fastest boys in history in the 100-meter dash. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and leave a like. Also, leave a comment on what event you might want done next. There are so many interesting storylines in the world of youth athletics.